So welcome to this instructional handover video for the Autotrail F72. I'm going to walk you around the outside of the vehicle first, then I'll move on inside and talk you through how that works as well. So based on the Ford Transit, we've got just behind the drivers the mains plug-in point, which can just be located underneath the flap there, which is clearly marked. Underneath that you have your grey water tap. So just twist the tap and that will empty the grey water. This is the water that goes into the grey water tank from your sink or your showers. Further back of that we've got the vent for the whale heating system and your freshwater drain. Same idea as your wastewater, but it's blue so it's fresh, and that will drain the fresh water out of the vehicle. Above it we've got the filler point, so this is where you'll fill up just using a normal hose pipe, and this is lockable with the key that we will supply to you. Behind that with the LPG sticker is, as you would imagine, the gas locker. So inside here you've got the pigtail and the regulator, and this will generally hold 2 6-kilogram propane bottles. Further back of that we've got an external locker area, so this is opened with a key. It's a suited key so it will open everything, and you've got a mains cable that's supplied with the vehicle. Now this is a pre-owned vehicle, but it's only done 300 odd miles. It's relatively new, so the bits that come on this may not come if the vehicle's older on it, but this does come with a mains cable. The Autotrail is pre-built with the bike rack carrying fuel arms there, ready for a bike rack if you want to put it, and it has a rear reversing camera high up. On this side we've got an accessible locker area again, and this is where you'll find the toolkit that's supplied, just there. The heating and the ventilating is blown air, so it goes around. Just be careful with these pipes if you're putting your belongings in there, and again they'll close and they will lock using the key supplied. Back of that we have an external barbecue point which is supplied, so just turn that on and off once you've connected it to your external point, and that will allow gas to flow out of the bottles that you put on the vehicle and out to an external barbecue or cooking equipment. Behind that we've got the toilet cassette. Lift up the little blue handle, that will slide out the cassette. You've got a little blue circle there, which when you tip up the unit like so, remove that blue cap and that will empty it using that button, because that will allow you the vacuum to allow the flow to come out nice and easy. When it's cleaned and you've put your lid back on, just slide it back in place there, make sure that clips over and that is in place for you to use, and you can only remove that once the blade valve is in the right position inside, and I will tell you how to do that later in the video. You have a handle on there as well if you're wanting to pull it to and from your chemical disposal site. We've got an electric step, the little switch is just here, and it will automatically go in when you start up the engine. The Autotrails come with a brolly, a bin, a blind and a fly screen. This one has had an awning fitted to it, so this is the Fiamma F80 awning. We'll send you a separate video of how to use the awnings, so you'll get that in a separate link. The Transit engine needs to be filled up with diesel, and you do that through there, and this had the AdBlue function, which is filled up just underneath there. The AdBlue will register on your dash to tell you when you are due to change, or it's getting low, and you can fill that up. To open the bonnet, this is done just here. Click it to the right, to the left, and then to the right, and that will lift up the bonnet. Once under the bonnet, you've got your screen wash, oil, positive, and if you follow the little arrow, the little silver hook is your negative point, just where my finger is pointing to, just down there. Everything else I would leave to your dealer on the engine side. So that's the outside done. Let's move on inside. We do also have an awning light just fitted out there as well. So on the inside of the vehicle, all your main control panels are located in the middle of the vehicle, just above here. So turn it on and it will come up with several different displays to tell you. So we've got our lights, we've got our water pump, we've got our awning light, and then we've got our levels. So if you press through these levels, it will give you several different options. So it's worth looking through the handbook as well to tell you what the different options are, but it will give you battery selections, temperatures, adjusters, times, control panel settings, and then it will go into the different options that you want to do using the bottom buttons. So that will depend on what you want to do. That is your main control and the brains of the vehicle. The two circles up here are your heating. If you click it, it'll give you the options to click onto, sort of depending on what you want to do. So you simply just press the button and it will give you the options whether to increase it or decrease it on your heating and on your hot water. So there are your options there. This is the wheel system. So that will do your heating and your hot water depending on whether you want it on gas or electric. So that's the two circles just above. All the handbooks are in with the vehicle supplied. So quick refresh, main control panel giving you your levels, your lights, heating option, hot water option. Below is the bed key, so you can isolate it by taking out the key, or you can activate it by putting the key in and turning it. Once you turn it and press the buttons, then the bed will come down. So there is a preset height, which is about there for the higher position. We've removed the bump stops, and you will just need to remove the cushions either side, and that will lower it down to its lowest level. Again, you can set these at different heights. We've just got this just set above the seats so that the bed is lowered down just like that. And when you're putting it back up, please make sure you remove anybody off it before you try and do it. It does have a limit switch on it, and you can leave your duvets and your sheets on there. Just be careful if you try and put any of the big cushions or your big pillows. We'd advise you to put them either side at the front, and then it will gently go up, hit the top limit, and then turn off with that little click. So by removing the cushions, you will see underneath the seats there's some little panels that I've removed just for the video's sake. This will tell you where your leisure battery is, and there's a fuse just to check just there, and the storage underneath. To pull the beds out, you'll just need to undo the little press studs. That will roll out. If you release the turnbuckles on that, then that will sit in place just like that to form the bed underneath. On the opposite side, just slide it out, and you'll see that there's a little lever that comes down to give you the support for the bed there. And then you would put the cushions on, as well as a little the side cushions and the back cushions to make up this bed, which I'll show you in a minute. Under here is your main power unit. So we've got your heater button, so this has got to be orange and the charger on. You've got your main shutdown valve, and then under these little panels is your main RCD breaker on this side and your main fuses on that side. So that's your main power. So if you turn off the black button, that will shut down the whole vehicle completely. Here we've got your drain valve on here. Now it does have a little indicator just on here to tell you which way to open and close it. Yeah, and this is the drain valve for your actual boiler, the hot water boiler. Quite hard to see on here, so I will show you on the day which way to turn it to empty it. But that's located just in that box there. And then we have a little isolator switch here, which you can turn on and off for the boiler. You've got to make sure that's on if you want it to work on electric. So that's where that can be found. Again, release the turnbuckle, move that down, and that formulates the base of that one. To formulate it as a single bed, then you just put the cushions down like so. The fly screens and the blinds all work the same way. So blinds down, and then the fly screen, just like so. And then on the front window, you've got the blind, and then the fly screen, just like so. Little pockets either side. If you want to open the windows, you just release the little handles. And these are the same on all the windows. Open it up and then turn the dials on either side, and that will hold the window open and out for you. Unloosen them, and that will allow you to close the window back up. Above we've got a turbo vent, so you turn that on, open up the vent, and then you can turn the direction, either putting it quicker or slower or reversing it in and out. When you finish using it, just press the button and the lights will go off, the fan will stop, and make sure that that is closed. Just like so. In the top cupboard here, just press the buttons in to open them. You've got storage on this side, and then you've got a little switch here, which will allow the solar panel to charge either the engine off or the leisure battery. So you can choose which one you want to do it, depending on the position that you've got it in. Cooker, we've got 3 burner. Just heed the little note on the top that says just allow it to cool down before you close that. 3 burner there, and your normal sink just there. Below we've got the Thetford oven and grill. So here we've got an igniter, and it will either be grill on or grill off, or then oven to that side, regulating the temperature just using the dial. In the 12 o'clock position, matching up the 2 little circle symbols will turn that unit off. Below here we've got your isolation valves. Currently as they're set, that is in the usable position. Kitchen area, we've got storage just in there. And then next to the oven, we have the fridge and the freezer. To pull the handle to open that. Turn the unit on, you press and hold the square button, it lights up. Now you've got 4 functions. You've either got gas, and you change it, press it by pressing this. So press and hold it, and it will flash. Turn it from automatic, electric, 12 volt when the battery's running, or gas. Now the easiest way is to select automatic. When you press the button again, it will allow you to do the temperature, so from the warmest to the coldest setting, and select it again, and it should automatically go on to electric if you're plugged into electric like we are, or if your gas was turned on gas, or if your engine was running 12 volt. Top compartment is the freezer compartment, and to turn off the unit you press and hold it, and that turns off the unit just there. There's another point for a TV bracket in here and a main socket, and your table, which is freestanding, just lives in this cupboard here. Above the lockers, all the handles are the same. Just pull the handle down and it just releases the fitting, and you will see that there is plenty of room on both sides. Just be careful on these back ones that you're not opening at the same time as the side ones. But again, you can see that there's plenty of areas for your belongings to go. These light switches turn off just here and back on, should you want to do that. And then to make the bed, you pull the little latch here, turn it out of the way, lift it up, and then pull the slats down past the locking point, and then you will put the infill cushion along with the other cushion. So your infill's just in your wardrobe area, just here, along with the ladders for the front bed, TV that the customer's added, the winter covers that are supplied with them, and your awning, your aerial booster just up there. So you'll simply just, it makes a transverse bed across the vehicle. Yeah. Now when you finish, just reverse it and put it back the opposite way. In the bottom part of the cupboard, you've got some more storage for both top and bottom. Again, just be careful on them pipes that you don't put anything that's going to damage the blown air heating pipes. And they circulate through the little vents throughout the vehicle itself. You've got a roof light in the middle, which will open and allow fresh air to come in the middle of the vehicle. A couple of light switches just here that turn on mainly the lights in the back and the bathroom light. We've got the toilet. So to operate the toilet, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you'll need to make sure that the blade valve, which is that in there, is in the right place. To operate it, you pull it back to close it, forward to open it. Yeah. We've got a flush button, and then we've got your shower, roof vent, and your storage just in there. More storage just in here as well. And your mixer taps are clearly marked on the outside of the vehicle, should you need to just prime it through. So priming the system through, once that hot water valve, which again, remember, is underneath that seat, is closed, you filled up your fresh water, you'll turn your tap to hot. Yeah, you'll open the tap, pull it through the tap, steady stream of water. Once you've got a steady stream, then you can go to the actual control panels for your hot water, whether you want it on electric or you want it on gas. And then again, remembering you've got gas and electric on your heating. Turning the items off, you can turn them off individually, or you can turn it just off at the main control panel there. We fitted a TV, so the TV goes on here, nice and neat. There is a smoke alarm and I think carbon monoxide detector just here and here. And in the cab area, we've got the automatic gearbox, got the multimedia system. I'll send you a separate link on the multimedia system. We've done a video before. And you've got the Remis cab blinds, which pinch together, both on the side windows and on the front windows. That concludes our instructional video for the Auto-Trail F72. I hope you find it useful. If you've got any pointers or want to know anything else, please ask us on the day. But most importantly, we hope you enjoy your new motorhome. Thank you.